Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Retrofit Avionics sales surge more than 20% over 2016. Aerocor announces Eclipse certified pre-owned aircraft program. And remains of World War II Airmen recovered. Hello, I'm Laura Hutson. It's February 21st, and this is Airborne Unlimited. The AEA has released its 2017 year-end avionics market report. Total worldwide business and general aviation avionics sales amounted to more than $2.3 billion. The figure represented a 2.9% increase in sales over the previous year. The increase reverses 2 straight years of declining sales. 42.3% came from forward fit sales, or more than $984 million. That marked the lowest dollar amount in forward fit sales recorded in the last 5 years. By contrast, the retrofit market showed an increase in its percentage of total sales for the 5th straight year, recording an all-time high of more than $1.3 billion in sales in 2017, a 20.1% increase over 2016. Retrofit sales amounted to 57.7% of sales in 2017. The sales growth in the retrofit market is the obvious headline for the year, said AEA President Paula Dirks. With more than a 20% increase in sales, the retrofit market may be positively impacted due to an uptick in the aircraft equipage rate ahead of the FAA's 2020 deadline for ADS-B out avionics. After the break, Gulfstream to expand in Appleton, Wisconsin.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, Airborne Unmanned, the AMA Drone Report, our website or podcast, just email to news-spy@aero-news.net. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Gulfstream has announced plans to construct a new service center at Wisconsin's Appleton International Airport to support its growing customer fleet. This additional Gulfstream Appleton facility, which will complement the existing hangar and office space, is expected to begin operations in the second quarter of 2019 and create approximately 200 jobs. Leading national air medical transport company MedTrans Corporation and CareFlight, a medical flight service of the Regional Emergency Medical Service Authority, have partnered to provide helicopter medical service to large parts of Nevada and California. The FAA has issued a special airworthiness information bulletin concerning the possible installation of an unimproved fuel selector valve or a placard that may result in shutting off fuel flow to the engine during flight. The SAIB applies to Boeing models AT6, AT6A, AT6B, AT6C, AT6D, AT6F, and T6G airplanes. Last week, the captain of a Transavia flight declared an emergency and landed when a fight broke out in the main cabin because a passenger refused to stop passing gas. En route from Dubai to Amsterdam Schiphol, the offending passenger was reportedly asked to stop his emissions, but he either could not or refused, which led to a fight in the cabin, and the subsequent landing continued. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. Aerocor LLC has introduced a first-of-its-kind certified pre-owned program for the Eclipse 500 and 550. Aircraft selected for its certified pre-owned status are subjected to a thorough review and will include fresh inspections along with first-year scheduled maintenance and operational support. We are very excited to bring this unique opportunity to the Eclipse market. We know how stressful buying a jet can be, and we've seen how easy it is to make costly mistakes. said company co-founder Gavin Woodman. Aircraft selected for certified pre-owned status are pre-screened to ensure they meet the highest standards of quality. Aerocor then subjects each to a proprietary flight test and review process and ensures that each aircraft is delivered with all mandatory service bulletins, critical system updates, a 24-month inspection, and all maintenance items due within the first 12 months or 300 flight hours of ownership completed prior to closing. The program includes additional post-sale support, with Aerocor including one type rating training entitlement and up to 1 year of scheduled maintenance at no additional cost. After these messages, remains of World War II airmen recovered.
In collaboration with NASC, introducing Sonex Aerospace, bringing you the Taros Group 4 UAS, the redesigned Tiger Shark Block 4, and the Subsonics Twin Jet UAS, all derived from flight-proven manned systems, not concepts, real aircraft. More at sonexaerospace.com.
Welcome back. An airman who served with the 555th Bombardment Squadron, 386th Bombardment Group, 9th Bomber Command during World War II was accounted for January 22, 2018. Army Air Forces Staff Sergeant John H. Canty was one of 8 crew members aboard a B-26 Marauder on a nighttime bombing mission from Easton Lodge, Essex, England, against targets near Caen, France. His B-26 was shot down between the villages of Baron-sur-Odon and Gavres, France, on June 22, 1944. According to the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, all 8 crew members were killed in the incident. Because the location of the crash was in German-held territory, U.S. forces were unable to make a detailed search for the crew at the time of their loss. DPAA is an agency within the Department of Defense whose mission is to recover missing personnel who are listed as POW or MIA from all past wars and conflicts and from countries around the world. Canty's name is recorded on the tablets of the missing at the Normandy American Cemetery, an American Battle Monument Commission site. A rosette will be placed next to his name to indicate he has been accounted for. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is currently on our winter schedule and is streamed Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, alternating with Airborne Unmanned on Tuesday and the AMA Drone Report each Thursday. Additional breaking news bulletins may be posted for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. See you tomorrow.